This is the OUPES Mega 2 portable power station. It's a serious piece of gear, looks sturdy with its almost suitcase-like form, solid handles up top, and you can really feel the build quality when you move it, since it weighs close to 48 pounds. The color scheme looks practical, not flashy, a kind of black and orange that honestly hides most scratches, but still shows a little dust if you've been hauling it around. From my experience using it for about 3 weeks now, I'd say the Mega 2 hits that sweet spot for anyone who needs a big portable battery to get through power outages, go on long camping trips, or just keep things running in the RV or at a job site. For someone like me who's not an electrical whiz, I appreciate that the controls and display are straightforward. The LCD screen is easy to read in daylight or dim light and updates in real time, showing you battery percentage, input and output wattage, and which ports are currently activated. It's one of those features you don't realize you need until you're trying to figure out if your fridge actually started or if your phone's still charging overnight. Talking about key features, this thing packs a 2048 watt battery base, but what really caught my attention is its expandability. You can bump that up to 10.24 kilowatt-hours with extra battery modules if you need even longer runtime. If you're new to portable power, W8 stands for watt-hours. Think of it as how much energy it can store. For comparison, I ran my full-size fridge, charged my laptop and phone, and kept some lights on for almost 2 full days before I had to think about recharging. That's the kind of backup that can keep you comfortable, productive, or just sane during a blackout. One thing I was unsure about at first was whether 2,500 watts of output with a 5,400 watt surge would really handle my larger appliances like a Vitamix blender or even a power-hungry miter saw. I gave both a shot. To my surprise, the Mega 2 handled those draws without any drama. There's a little delay when you activate the IC ports, and you'll hear a relay click as the inverter kicks in. Sometimes it takes about 10 to 15 seconds. At first, I thought something might be wrong, but it's just how the internal inverter system switches over. Once on, it's steady power, which is honestly more important than instant on for me, especially when it means my equipment is safe from surges. The AC side gives you 4 typical 120-volt outlets and a beefy 30-amp port for RV use. The truth is, the 30-amp plug doesn't quite deliver full 30A, so if your RV draws heavy power, you might need to check compatibility. For typical campers and weekend getaways, you'll be totally fine. I also really like having plenty of USB ports, USB-A and fast-charging USB-C, plus the 12-volt car plug for air pumps or coolers. The variety makes it simple to charge up pretty much anything you've got. One of the reasons I picked up the OUPES Mega 2 over other brands was how fast it charges. Plugged into a wall, I saw input numbers climb immediately, up to around 1,500 watts, with the cooling fans humming along. The fans aren't silent, but I didn't find them annoying. It's more like a steady breeze noise when charging hard. And yes, you can charge with both solar and AC at once if you've got a big enough solar array. That combo will get you up to over 3,000 watts of input, which is wild for a battery of this size. Just so you know, hitting the 2,100 watt solar input might need a bit of setup and the right connectors. If you're new to solar, there's a port on the side marked for solar input, and the box includes a set of Anderson and MC4 connectors, so you're not hunting for adapters. On a sunny day, a set of panels will let you charge completely off-grid. It's perfect for van life, remote work sites, or people who want real backup without tapping the grid. Now let me talk about the app, because OUPES really pushes it as a smart feature. The idea is great. You link the unit to your phone via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth and monitor all the numbers, update firmware, and set timers. In practice, though, I found the app unreliable. On both my iPhone and an older Android, it kept disconnecting or wouldn't pair at all. Not a deal breaker for me because the onboard display has everything I actually need. But if you're big into smart features, you might feel let down. A couple of smaller points you should know. There's no built-in light source, so if you're dealing with blackout conditions or low light situations, you'll need your own flashlight. The unit is not featherweight either. It's about 48 pounds, so you'll want to use those handles. If you move it a lot, just be prepared for the bulk. The color does show a bit of dirt, but honestly, these are minor things if the core performance holds up. Let's talk about runtime and charging a little more from a beginner's view. Unlike gas generators, which run on fuel and can be noisy and smelly, units like this are lithium iron phosphate, LiFePO4 batteries. They last many more cycles and are safer for indoor use since there's no exhaust. This is a strong point for new users. If you need to run medical devices like CPAPs, power-sensitive electronics, or just want quiet backup, this type of generator is the way to go. OUPES claims up to 475 hours lifetime, which means years of regular use for most people. I've had zero issues so far with E21 errors, some reviewers mentioned, but a friend who also tried this model said the fans can pulse on and off, especially during high charging. For me, fan noise is just a trade-off for rapid charging. If you're intent on absolute silence, you might want to keep the unit further away from where you sleep. Idle consumption, meaning a slow drain when the unit is just sitting turned on but not in use, is present here, so it's wise to turn it off completely if you want to save battery life between uses. I'd recommend this for anyone wanting peace of mind at home, campers who need multi-day power, or anyone with gear to run in the field. It's especially nice not to hear the engine hum of a gasoline generator, and you never have to worry about fumes indoors. If expandability is important, you get serious flexibility with those bolt-on battery modules, though they're pricey, about $1,000 each. In conclusion, the OUPES Mega 2 Portable Power Station 2500 watt nails it as a solid flexible power backup. The big battery, consistent output, and fast charging make it practical. I really wish the app was more reliable and that the seat power didn't take that extra few seconds to activate, but those aren't deal breakers for me. It's a bit heavy, but that's the cost of real capacity. The fact you can run it off the wall, or solar panels, or both at once, is more than enough to win me over. The value is there, especially compared to other brands that charge hundreds more. If I had to sum it up, the Mega 2 is robust, ready for real use, and straightforward for newbies and veterans alike. I haven't had serious issues, and from my experience, it just works. I'd buy it again if I needed the power for another cabin or backup spot. I'll leave the details about the OUPES Mega 2 Portable Power Station in the comments for you to check out. See you in the next video.